Okay, we're going.
Okay, well, welcome everyone to the health chat that we're doing today. We're really glad that you joined us. I'm Moira Gorski, and I am excited to share with you something that I'm very passionate about and that Pam and I are very passionate about, and that's living healthy and sharing that health with others. So today's health chat focus is on women's health. This is May, and so this is Women's Health Month. We'll look at some of the health concerns that women have during different stages of life and how we can be proactive to take control over our health and our well-being. So let's talk a little bit about Shaklee and really the longevity of this company. There is such a rich heritage behind Shaklee. Dr. Shaklee invented the first multivitamin in the US 100 years ago. And Dr. Shaklee was also the person that invented the first plant-based protein supplement that is made with soy lecithin. Many years of innovation with the Shaklee products. Really, our mission here is to provide a healthier life for everyone and a better life for anyone with our earning opportunities. And really with Shaklee, it's about living in harmony with nature. You can see on this screen a picture of Dr. Forrest Shaklee, and he was, again, the chiropractor that started this all over 100 years ago, developing the first multivitamin. And then since then, Roger Barnett has purchased the company, what was it, Pam, 11, 12 years ago, and he's now leading this company into the next 100 years of innovation. Quite a visionary. But really what I like about him as well is that he's kept the, he's kept the philosophy and really that Dr. Shaklee started the company with as we move forward. Purity and safety is really so important to Shaklee, and really Shaklee believes in this unparalleled purity and safety, really going beyond organic with any of their products. You know, organic is really a method of growing. However, it really doesn't ensure purity. So the Shaklee belief is that our quality standards go beyond how and where an ingredient is grown. So to ensure the purity, Shaklee looks to confirm the purity and potency of ingredients from the creation of the product to the delivery of the customer. We say from the raw ingredients to the finished product onto the customer. And we do this by conducting 100,000 quality tests per year. We screen for over 350 contaminants, pesticides, impurities on every new botanical ingredient that's used. In fact, we believe that your health is so important that Shaklee goes above and beyond the required amount. That is 3 times the required amount of the test from the USP. You've probably heard that on some commercials on TV, the United States Pharmacopoeia. And Shaklee has helped to pioneer many of the advances in nutritional research. We've had over 120 published papers and scientific presentations, and more than 70 patents and patent pendings, in addition to exclusive sourcing arrangements. Now, I love the fact that there's a patent because that means that it's a unique and differentiated product on the market. One of those studies that was conducted was really the first of its kind, and that was called the Landmark Study. They looked at, they wanted to evaluate the health markers in long-term consumers of multiple Shaklee supplements, those that had used Shaklee supplements for 20 years or more, 20 to 43 years as a matter of fact. And the study was done in collaboration of UC Berkeley School of Public Health, and it showed the long-term users of Shaklee supplements had double-digit health outcome advantages in the 4 key biomarkers when compared to those that took another multivitamin or no supplements at all. So you can take a look at here, and they had those people that took the Shaklee products had a lower level of triglycerides, which helped with heart health, lower cholesterol ratios, lower homocysteine, and a really significantly lower level of C-reactive protein, which is really the side of biological stress on the cells. And so not only are these products proven safe by studies that were done, really they're also proven by people. These are different people that use the Shaklee products other than people like you and me, And there's also Shaklee athletes, world-class athletes that are really concerned about performance, and they choose the Shaklee product to take, as well as you probably recognize the Kelly brothers. They were the Kelly brothers that went to space, and they took the Shaklee products on the Space Shuttle Endeavour. And Captain Scott Kelly, who spent a year in space, he also had the Shaklee products with him, again, to help them live healthier in their daily lives. So Shaklee does stand behind their products when we look at that safety and the purity. Shaklee also just wants our customers who use the products to be 100% satisfied. So they have a 100% guarantee. And if you're not satisfied with the products, then Shaklee will refund the money, even if you have an empty bottle. And that's really what we call the Shaklee difference. Products being safe, proven effective, and also guaranteed. So Pam is now going to share with us.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Welcome. Thanks for joining us today. This is our segment on women's health. And the focus of our chat is women's health. And so we're going to start looking now at the different stages of a woman's life. The different stage, there's 4 different stages we've broken it down to. Are you going to move the slides, Moira, or me? I don't know.
I will. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Young adults, women on the go, menopause, and healthy aging. So each stage has different nutritional needs. So we want to just touch on those now so we know what we're looking for at each stage of our life. For young adults, that's teens to late 20s. These are the years for establishing a foundation for a long and healthy life. And it's really important that what we eat and how we nourish our bodies at this stage really impacts the later stages of our life. And that's something that many of us don't think about. So we need to do a few things at this age. Eat a well-balanced diet of fruits, vegetables, and protein. Include calcium for overall bone health. Hydrate with water versus sugary drinks. And get some regular physical activity and exercise. Studies have shown that inactive teens have weaker bones than those who are physically active. Too many sodas can adversely affect not only weight, but also bone structure. One study by Harvard School of Public Health showed that 15 to 17-year-old girls who were already showing signs of bone loss were the same ones who drank significant amounts of carbonated beverages every day. And I used to be a soda drinker. I drank at least 1 or 2 cans of Coke every day when I worked in my teens to late 20s. And I learned later on in my experience with Shaklee that those brown soda beverages, root beer, Coke, Dr. Pepper, those kind of things, the brown ones, they have phosphoric acid in them. And that phosphoric acid is listed right on the ingredients list on a can of Coke. And you can look there and see it. Phosphoric acid leaches calcium out of your bones. And I didn't know that. And if somebody would have told me that, I would have made a change to something else like 7-Up or Mountain Dew if I was looking for caffeine or something. But I just share that with you today because I think knowledge is power. And I think if you are a soda drinker at any age and you think about why you drink it, do you drink it for caffeine? Do you drink it for the sugar kick? Do you drink it for, because the fizz makes you feel special when you open the can and the bubbly. What's the reason for it? Because when I was a Coke drinker, I realized that I did it for the fizz. I did it for the caffeine, and then I found some energy tea from Shaklee, and then I did it for the fizz, and so I switched over to a LaCroix drink. And I really think that I bet about 80% of people, if they knew that how damaging the brown sodas are to their body, they would make a different choice.
Well, I remember when I first met you, Pam. You taught me that. I didn't know that at all, and I was a Diet Coke drinker. That's kind of the way I started my day, and also had Diet Coke in the afternoon to add some energy, I thought, to my day because I was a mom of young kids and really busy and fatigued with that. So, but I remember you teaching about phosphoric acid and the dangers of that. So really good information.
It's true. So I really like to know that. These are the years, young adult years, teens to late 20s. Moira and I have 9 kids together that fit into this category. So we're pretty much considered experts, I think. So these are the years when the bone should be increasing in size and mass. instead of building a strong bone mass. Too many kids are actually losing bone mass by drinking things like sodas and Gatorade, sports drinks, things like that. Chronic dieting and actual eating disorders can also contribute to bone loss. I know we've had experience with girls who are chronically concerned with body image and being accepted and looking the way they're supposed to look and blah, blah, blah. So this really kind of underscores why it's so important to build healthy lifestyle habits at a young age, because we have our whole future to live. So Moira and I are really passionate about this age group. So I'll go to the next one. Women on the go is the next one. I wish I was here still. Late 20s to 40. And this is kind of funny because this is when I met Moira, during this stage when we were on the go. We met at a health club locally. We were pregnant with our third children, who are now 18, our daughters. And I met her in the shower line because my son Paul wanted to play, or my son Ben wanted to play with her son Paul. So I had to find out who Paul's mom was, and it happened to be Moira. So we've been friends for 17 plus years, and it's been great. So at this age, balance, exercise, and good nutrition are critical during this stage of life. Your nutritional and exercise habits are setting the foundation for your health today and tomorrow, and for many years to come. If you're planning a family during this time, prenatal vitamins with folic acid for before and during pregnancy are really essential. Multivitamins to meet nutritional needs, weight control, maintaining a healthy weight, whatever that is, gaining or losing. Weight-bearing exercises, so important here again to building bone density and warding off that osteopenia, which is pre-osteoporosis, and avoiding smoking and the use of alcohol. You might be wondering what's most important before and during pregnancy. Nutrition starts before you ever get pregnant. Nutrition is the most important thing that you need to worry about before and during your pregnancy. Those babies take it from you whether you're willing to give it or not, especially calcium. And that's super important during pregnancy, to make sure you're getting enough fish oil and enough calcium. But remember that the first 8 to 10 weeks of pregnancy are critical for fetal brain development. That's why adequate amounts of folate are absolutely essential at the very beginning of pregnancy and even before. And since most women don't even know they're pregnant until 4 to 6 weeks along, even those women just thinking about motherhood should begin taking folate long before they actually conceive. So we want to try to just instill healthy habits even before you are looking to become a mom. So, okay. So the next stage is menopause. Moira and I are effectively navigating this stage. Hormonal changes can occur as early as 40 and as late as 55. Moira and I are 52 and 53, so we're right in there having fun with this chapter. And it's really kind of been a non-event, wouldn't you say, Moira? Menopause, a little hot flash here and there, but we seem to keep that under control. I don't know.
Perhaps for you, you can talk about this slide, and then I'll share my experience of what's really, it was kind of a non-event, and then some things happened, and I've learned how to manage that, and so they're becoming a non-event. So go ahead, though. I'll share that in a minute.
In this stage of life, if you're here or heading here, be aware that daily servings of soy protein may help reduce the frequency and severity of hot flashes. Increase calcium and vitamin D, again, for bone density and to prevent osteoporosis. Managing stress and sleep are really important now. Your hormones get weird and your sleep patterns get weird and your stress levels all over. You get set off easily. Everything's different in this stage of life. And so we need to also maintain a healthy weight. I swore to myself I would not become a postmenopausal, overweight, sloppy looking woman. I didn't want to do that. So that's my promise to myself. And this nutrition from Shakti has helped me do that. And again, regular weight-bearing exercise for bone density stuff. Studies indicate that soy protein can help with some hormonal change symptoms, and some recommend 2 servings per day of soy foods. Another recommendation is for women to increase their fish oil intake. Like I said, omega-3s are so important for brain health and your mood. You know, fish oil makes your blood slippery, so it makes it move in and out of your veins and arteries more readily, and that way your heart doesn't have to work so hard. So that's really important too for heart health. The fish oil is real important. The Shakti has just a great one. A recent study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed an association of omega-3 fats and better psychological health. It really does help with the brain. So we've got to keep that together upstairs as well. Exercise not just for physical health and to get through hormonal shifts, but for mental health as well. And studies show that regular exercise eases mood swings and anxiety. And I can say that for myself, that things start ramping up. I got to get out and go for a walk or go to yoga or something. So for sure that. Okay, the next and last phase of life is healthy.
I'll just share just a little bit here about menopause. Again, it started probably a year ago with some, mild hot flashes here and there, and really seemed to be kind of a non-event. But of late, the last several months have been fairly stressful around here with different family issues, and my business growing quite a lot and requiring a lot of my time. So it seemed to me my menopausal symptoms were starting to increase significantly. And so I started to take a lot more of the supplements that are supportive of that we'll talk about in a little bit. And that was helping a little bit, but I really, I consulted with one of the nutritionists that we work with, and she told me that I might want to pay a little bit more attention to all that stress that I was under. And under stress, again, we won't go into all of the details, but we'd be happy to share with you outside of this health chat. But really, when we're under stress, our adrenals really get stressed. And when those get stressed, things just don't function, and the hormones don't function as well, and things like that. And so as much as I was, again, taking supplements to help with my hormonal things, as I started to address my stress and really get on, as Pam has mentioned, that regular, I was skipping my vitamins, I was skipping my protein shakes as time, from day to day, just because I got busy or I just forgot about it. And I noticed that, again, I just wasn't feeling as well. So I started to address my adrenals and my stress levels with some certain particular products. And I just am starting to feel better. And those hormonal changes are just not impacting me as much as they have in the past. So again, sometimes it's a real easy thing, product to choose. And sometimes it's a little bit more complicated. Again, that's why we want to take a look at all of these things: stress, sleep, exercise. I know I went for a walk this morning because it's so beautiful out, and I felt so much better when I got back.
Yes.
So that's just a little bit. Again, if you want to learn more, just reach out to us outside of this health chat. So then the final phase that we'll talk about
is healthy aging, 55 and beyond. We're going to live forever. Something, I don't know. Optimizing a woman's health during and after menopause. So at this stage of life, we need to maintain annual exams for bone density and heart health. Again, omega-3s for that heart health. I talked about making the blood slippery. Increasing calcium and vitamin D. Managing stress and sleep. Maintaining a healthy weight, and again, regular exercise. So one of the most serious health risks that occur at menopause is bone loss. And this is related to the significant drop in estrogen levels, again, the hormone thing, which tends to trigger a shift in the balance between bone formation and bone breakdown. The first stage of bone mass decline can occur even in your 40s. So for women who have a good bone density as they reach menopause, there won't usually be any clinical change. But for women who have already had bone loss as they enter menopause, some of those girls who are drinking Coke and stuff in their late teens and early 20s, they may be at increased risk for fracture, and that risk increases dramatically as estrogen levels are reduced. So that's where osteoporosis sets in. Bone loss can be up to 20% in the first 5 years after menopause. That's amazing to me. So oftentimes Big Pharma offers what they call medications for bone density, improving bone density. But if you research those, a lot of those are bone hardeners, and they're not doing anything for inside the bone itself to make the bone more dense. And they're doing actually more of a shellacking of the outside of the bones. And then what happens when we fall, right? We have a bone hardener that we're taking, a Fosamax or something like that. And then we fall down and our bones are shellacked, so they're more brittle, and then they break, right? We have a broken pelvis or broken hip and stuff like that, when we think we're trying to take a medication to help our bone density, but we're really making the bone actually harder. So there's a big difference to point out there. Another important area of health for women to be thinking about is heart health. In the past, typically women were about 10 years older than men when they first had a heart attack. But that has changed in the past 20 years, and now we're seeing women having heart attacks in their 40s. So really diet is important, and nutritional support is really important. There are many factors that put women at risk for heart disease, and many of those factors are controllable. Things like smoking, obesity, poor diet, and a lack of physical activity again. So these factors contribute to high blood pressure, high triglycerides, high cholesterol, all hard on the heart, and including diabetes, which increasingly increases your risk for heart disease if you're a diabetic. So just again, getting back to the importance of supplementation in today's, given today's food supply, we're the most well-fed and the most poorly nourished nation in the world, which means we have the most food that's not good for us. So agribusiness wreaking havoc with our choices and serving the almighty dollar, and not all about quality, but more about yield per acre. My background is in food buying, so I'm kind of passionate about that. But we really need to lean into some better food choices and looking at supplementation, because it really can be effective in giving our bodies what we need. So Moira is going to talk now about some basics for all women, starting with a healthy diet.
Yeah, let's talk about some of these basics that are important to all of us, regardless of which age we are in. Women of all ages need to be sure that they're eating a healthy diet. And these are some of the guidelines. Eat a variety of foods. Try to include 7 or more servings of colorful fruits and vegetables, not just juice. Really try to stay away from the juice, really more of those fruits and vegetables that you're eating. Get plenty of whole grains, beans, and legumes. Choose some lean meats, such as fish, poultry, non-fat and low-fat dairy, as well as some soy foods can be helpful. And we always want to make sure that we have healthy fats. We want a balance, not just cutting out all the fat. We want to have healthy fats. So that means eating more omega-3 fish. You can take an omega-3 supplement, and monosaturated fats, such as olive oil, nuts, and seeds. Very, very helpful. And avoid all trans fats and saturated fats if you can, and cut back on the fast foods. And as Pam mentioned earlier, cut back on those sodas too. And just become a label reader. There's just so much out there. And, even my daughter said the other day, she said, I was looking at some things and there were just so many ingredients. And I thought we should eat things or buy things that have the least amount of ingredients if we can, and ingredients that we can understand. Again, making healthy food choices every single day can be hard. We love this product called the Vitalizer, which you'll see in this in the picture here. This Vita Pack here, and really, it's packed with 80 nutrients, and they've told us that you pretty much have to eat everything here on the screen in these servings to get the nutritional impact of what's in that Vitalizer vitamin pack. So sometimes taking a multivitamin, a lot of times taking a multivitamin or a vitamin pack can really help to fill in the gaps where our diets fall short. So again, the Vitalizer, it's really tailored towards women of all ages. There's the Vitalizer Women, which is excellent for that, the 20s to 30s. It's excellent as a prenatal. It does have that folic acid that's essential, and the iodine as well as iron. So those that are in the childbearing years really require that iron. And then there is Vitalizer Gold for those over 50 with and without vitamin K, if there happens to be some medications that you're on that you don't need or shouldn't be adjusting your vitamin K levels. So really the key benefits of this is that it has those 80 nutrients. It contains a multivitamin, your B and C complex for advanced absorption. It has the CEO pills, as we call it, the carotenoids, the vitamin E, the omegas. So it has that good healthy fat with omegas-3. There's some carotenoids and the extra antioxidants. A wonderful probiotic for digestive health. And me as a science nursing major background, I love this smart delivery system. Basically means that you can take all of these products at once, at one time, and they absorb at different spots and at different times throughout your body for optimal absorption.
Well, we just want to chime in. A lot of times people ask me what carotenoids are. I never heard of that. Why do I need that? What is that? Carotenoids are antioxidants, and they fight cancer cells. We're exposed to cancer-causing stuff every day in our environment. And I heard a statistic once that when you stand at a bus stop today, we're exposed to more toxins than our grandparents were in their entire lifetime. So the environment now is getting more and more toxic. So cancer-causing cells are running rampant in our body every day. And once those become oxidized, then they become dangerous as well. So the antioxidant, whenever you are fighting cancer stuff, you want to reach for antioxidant stuff. So that's what that is. Those are the things that are in the vegetables and fruits that most of us don't eat every day. So just wanted to kind of chime in.
Yes, thanks.
What is that? So,
yeah, very helpful.
Why we need that.
Yeah, so a little bit more about this smart delivery system. Again, it's really a delivery system so that we can get the nutrients absorbed really where they need to be. This Vitally, the green supplement is the multivitamin. It dissolves in less than 30 minutes after you take it, less than 30 minutes in your stomach, and it's designed to enhance the absorption of the folic acid with this patented microcoating that it has. And then the yellow, the B and C complex, it provides 198% greater absorption of the vitamin B over 12 hours. It has this sustained delivery system, and someone explained to me one time that it's kind of like having an ice cube melting in your inside of you. So it just melts slowly. It doesn't really melt, but again, dissolves slowly, and so that you can absorb it over time. Vitamin C, you can't absorb too much at one time, and so having that sustained release delivery system is very important. Those CEO pills that with the antioxidants that Pam was just talking about, and they're enteric coated. They are what is that called? They are I can't remember the word I usually use for it, but again, enteric coated, and it helps. They're absorbed in the intestinal system, and it helps to prevent that kind of fishy aftertaste that you take with some, that you may get when you take some other omega-3s.
Yeah, they're releasing after you're through the small intestine, so you don't have that repeating and that burping back up of fish oil, because of that coating helps keep that fish oil taste away from your mouth once you swallow.
Right. Yeah, it takes it away from your stomach and absorbs it into your upper intestine. And then that little pill is the probiotic, so that really helps get the healthy microflora into your lower intestinal system. It has a triple encapsulation system, so it doesn't release that live bacteria until it's way down into your intestines where it really needs to be, and it protects it, from the stomach acid. So again, smart delivery system, suffice it to say that you can take the products at one time, and they get absorbed throughout the day, throughout your body, where they need.
I really think that's neat. That I just want to point out one thing about that 12-hour delivery system, where especially with the B vitamins. B vitamins do 4 things for us. They help us be in a happy mood. They help us not crave sweets. They give us more energy, and they help us handle stress. And I really notice when I don't take my vitalizer every day, that 12-hour time release, especially of B vitamins for women, and even for kids in school. My kids have commented before that they love the vitalizer because it helps them stay awake in the afternoon at school, and they have more energy during the day. So I just love that 12-hour time release. We really need to be dripping on our bodies with nutrition. And I think about how if you had a lawn outside, if you seeded your lawn, would you want a gentle rain all day or a downpour in the morning and nothing else? So that 12-hour time release, that Shapley Science helps us have that gentle rain all day so we can grow good health. So breakfast.
Right. So breakfast, really, we should not skip breakfast. I'm definitely a culprit of years ago and many years of not grabbing breakfast unless it included, a cup of coffee and a walk out the door. So we really want to make sure we eat a good breakfast. It gives you the nutrition for the day. It really sets you up with good nutrition and energy for your day ahead. You want to choose foods that are rich in protein and fiber. They help fill you up, and they, that protein helps keeps your blood sugar at a level, at a steady level, so that you don't have cravings and dips in energy. And really, they say that we really should say no to coffee as the only thing that we're drinking, or having for breakfast. The Life Energy shakes that Shaklee has, they really are an excellent breakfast. They are quick to make up, and they are just filled with great nutrition. We're going to talk about those next. So the Life Energy shakes, really one shake does it all. Provides 16 grams of protein. And again, that keeps your blood sugar level. It's non-GMO soy protein. Really, really wonderful different flavors and with lots of variety. It's powered by leucine, which helps you retain your lean muscle mass. So if you're looking to, try to take off, slim down a little bit or just stay at a healthy weight, that really helps you burn fat and not the muscle to achieve that healthier weight. The probiotics, the pre and the probiotic combination that's in the shake as well, it really helps with digestive health, which we tend to all, we just need a healthy digestive system so that we can have a strong immune system, as well as, just a place that our vitamins and minerals can be absorbed.
And then what flavors does that come in? You want to touch on that quick, Moira?
Yeah, so the flavors are vanilla, strawberry, chocolate, cafe latte. We have a wonderful seasonal flavor now called seasonal peach.
Summer peach.
Summer peach, yes, not seasonal peach. Summer peach, thank you, Pam. And then we also have plain and simple for those that want to add their own sweetener and add their own flavor. So that's unsweetened and unflavored. They're all kosher, low glycemic, gluten-free, lactose-free,
Non-GMO.
Non-GMO. And
So
it's a super way to start our day. Again, women of all ages, it's important to exercise. And, you're going to choose different activities depending on what age you are. But really, when we look at exercise, the benefits for everyone is really reducing that risk of heart disease, stroke, type 2 diabetes, and some cancers. It does help us achieve and maintain a healthy weight, and does help with our mental health as well. Just getting outside in the sunshine and taking a walk or calling a friend and taking a walk with a friend can be so helpful for our moods. Then it helps to build that healthy bone, muscle, and joints, and keeps us flexible. And it's really important for balance. And really, as we age too, that balance is so important. When I think about my parents who are healthy in their 80s, that's just something that I worry about, though, is their balance as they do walk around and, trying to keep them from falling, that type of thing. So what should we do? We should look at trying to get at least 3 days a week of doing some type of strength training. And can we find 30 to 45 minutes per day to have some type of activity? Aerobic activity, it can be taking a class, a boot camp at the health club. It could be taking, yoga. It could be going for a walk. Pam has taught me to appreciate the wonderfulness of a nice long walk and even a walk with a friend. So again, just choosing something, but getting active, and just getting out there and getting active is so important. A little bit more about weight-bearing activities. Again, so important, things that I really didn't understand and know much about. You just really, as we talked about, that maximum bone density is reached between the ages of 25 and 30, and setting things up when they're teenagers, as Pam talked about earlier, is so important in getting a balanced diet filled with calcium and vitamin D to support that bone health. It takes a combination of nutrients working together to help to prevent bone loss, specifically that calcium and other minerals like magnesium and phosphorus, plus vitamin D and the protein. They're all super important. Other key vitamins are the, A, C, E, and B, as you can read here, and especially vitamin K, plus other minerals that we're familiar with: zinc, copper, magnesium, and boron. Again, it really, because of all of that, it really points us towards that vitalizer, which is so packed with those 80 nutrients that can really cover the basis of the supplements that we need.
Yeah, before you click that slide, take a look at that picture, that normal bone and that bone with osteoporosis. See that? Phosphoric acid has leached out all that calcium and out of the bone, and look how that bone density is just really lacking. So that's what I was talking about before, and that's what we don't want. That's what's in the Coke and the brown sodas. Ugh. So
I think of it as a real dense sponge, as opposed to a sponge that has a lot of holes and things like that. That's a good way to kind of understand that.
That's a great visual. I like that. Okay. Yeah. Next slide, osteomatrix. That's what we need, the calcium that helps us reduce the risk of osteoporosis. It's our product from Shaklee, Osteomatrix, is a specifically formulated blend of critical nutrients to help build bone density when you're young and minimize bone loss as you age. So again, a lot of science behind the Shaklee products. 1,000 milligrams, it's 100% of the daily value of elemental calcium. Also includes 600 international units of vitamin D3, which is clinically supported to promote the absorption of calcium in your body. I believe if you live north of Atlanta, you are vitamin D deficient in this country. We are spending so much time inside, and lots of vitamin D deficiency in our country. So 600 IUs in there in the Osteomatrix, 400 milligrams of magnesium to help incorporate calcium into the bones. We saw in that picture before. Vitamin K to support bone formation, and the other essential bone building nutrients of manganese, copper, and zinc are in there as well. So a complete complex calcium product. Magnesium helps increase the absorption of the calcium. Calcium itself is a big mineral. In my food buying days, I learned that that's why our foods are flagged with a good source of calcium. You see it on orange juice with calcium enriched orange juice, and on dairy products, they'll say it's a good supply of calcium. Those products are flagged because the FDA knows that we need to be looking for sources of calcium in our diet. It is important. So it's a big mineral, and it's hard to absorb. So the magnesium there helps us absorb the calcium. That's why all calcium pills are pretty large. It also helps as a natural muscle relaxer. So after exercise, and particularly before bed, if you're having trouble sleeping, pop a couple Osteomatrix before you go to bed. Not 3 hours before you go to bed, but like 20 minutes before you go to bed. And it'll help you just dial down a little bit and have a better sleep. So next, Osteomatrix and Vitalizer are both important to bone health. Bones are living tissue, and that tissue is constantly being remodeled. Bone remodeling is the replacement of old bone tissue by new bone tissue. So your bones or your skeleton is in a state of constant change. Bones are living tissue that we said, so it's constantly needing nutrients and nutrition. So the importance of other nutrients to bone health is shown in a clinical study here of 3 groups of people, one who didn't supplement, one group who took only calcium, and one who took calcium plus a multivitamin. And the result was that a multivitamin plus calcium built the most bone. So we just want to kind of educate you there with that, to combine it with a multi for maximum benefit. Okay, stress. Oh, look at that lady.
Wow.
Manage stress. Stress is the beginning of all degenerative diseases. So we need to know that. We need to be aware of how we can manage stress. Certainly B-complex helps with that. We have another way coming up here. We're going to talk to you about that. It's like magic. So stay tuned. Health consequences of stress can include digestive issues, compromised immune function, sleep disorders, weight gain, hypertension, and certainly heart disease. Stress can elevate your body's levels of cortisol. Cortisol is a hormone that we produce when we are under stress. That's a good thing. We need to have that. When our house is on fire, we need to produce cortisol and have that fight or flight syndrome to indicate that we need to get out of the house, right? So we don't want to eliminate all cortisol and those fight or flight hormones, but too much of that can cause some long-term health impacts, particularly things like damage to your organs, and you may carry more weight around the middle part of your body if you have elevated levels of cortisol over time. So we don't want to be doing that. So ways to manage stress are to identify stressors in your life. Some biofeedback, relaxation, meditation, things like that are really good. Talking with a friend, going for a walk that we talked about, scheduling some personal relaxation time. Good nutrition, of course, some regular exercise, sleep more, take a nap, take a rest. I'm a big advocate of naps. I think they're awesome. Try some botanical support. Here we go. Can we say it together? Ashwagandha.
Ashwagandha.
Ashwagandha is our magic herb and L-theanine to help us in a product that Shaklee has. It's probably my favorite product. It's called Stress Relief Complex. I don't leave home without it. It's in my little travel pill box. I take it when I travel on an airplane. I take it every day, to be honest. It's natural stress relief that you can safely take every day. I take a couple of these a day. Key benefits are the blend of clinically tested ingredients that are designed to support a calm, more relaxed state without drowsiness. That's really important. It contains ashwagandha, which is the traditional herb used to help the body adapt to heightened stress. This product is not recommended for use by children, or if you're pregnant or nursing, you need to check with your doctor. Just want to throw that in there. But this product is really helpful for acute stress stuff as well as ongoing stress. B-complex for stress, as we talked earlier. And I just want to point out here, many of us are on a budget for our supplements, and what builds healthy cells in our body is 4 things: vitamins, minerals, protein, and water. So I always recommend to my customers to increase their levels of B vitamins first before you move to an herbal product like Stress Relief Complex. Stress Relief Complex is a little more expensive than B Complex, and sometimes you can achieve your stress reduction needs just through increasing your B vitamins. If you're craving sweets, remember B vitamins do 4 things. I said earlier: help you be in a happy mood, help you handle stress, help you not crave sweets, and give you more energy. If you're finding that you're snacking or wanting Snickers bars and Oreos at 3:30 in the afternoon, maybe you want to take a B complex at lunchtime or after lunch. Take 1 or 2 B complex and see if you still have that kind of nagging craving thing in the afternoon. When I want some of those things that aren't so good for me, my body has burned through B vitamins. And what your body actually is doing is asking for more B vitamins. So I tell people, take a couple B complex, drink a big glass of water, and wait 20 minutes and ask yourself if you still want that stuff. Because I'll bet you that your life, or your cells are getting what they need now in the B vitamins. So you don't need to have that quick energy from the Oreos or the Snickers bar or whatever you're kind of craving. So think on that a little bit. I love that stress relief. For things like speaking, traveling, panicky situations with your family. And I always think back to, Moira, just one quick story about your friend Lisa, who said she was having a very stressful time, like, having it out with her kids after school and dinner. Nobody was listening. They weren't doing what they're supposed to be doing with their homework. And she was like freaking out. And she's like, oh my gosh, like, ah! And she took stress relief. It was right when it came out. And she shot you a little testimonial about that. Do you remember? And she said, wow, I took that stress relief complex and look at me. It's 20 minutes later, I'm sitting down having a nice calm dinner with my family. Holy cow. Mm-hmm. So that was life-changing for her. So I really promote this product to everyone. In fact, I delivered some this morning to my good friend down the street who's having a little crisis in her life. So I brought her 4 stress relief, and it was awesome. So in fact, she shed a tear over that. So it's good stuff. Okay. Shaklee solutions for all stages. So we made a list here of the different categories of products, and you can read those here for each age stage of life. And certainly we're based in the Vitalizer. One thing we didn't mention is the Vitalizer comes in different formulas. There's a formula for women, and you take that in the beginning, the teens to 20s and the late 20s to 40, when you are getting your period. Also 40s to mid 50s before menopause, want to use the Vitalizer Women if you're still menstruating. If you no longer are, then you can switch to the Vitalizer Gold, or if you're over 50. The Vitalizer Gold, the difference is it has more nutrients, N-acetylcysteine, more B vitamins that slow down the aging process, more vitamin D, more bone building nutrients for reasons that we just talked about this morning. And it also comes in 2 different formulations, so pay attention to that. There's a formula with vitamin K and one without vitamin K. If you're taking a blood thinner, you don't want to take vitamin K. You want to avoid vitamin K if you're on a blood thinner like Coumadin or something like that. So be aware of the 2 different formulations of the Vitalizer. We have Vivix in there, which we didn't really talk about. That's cellular repair and just a great product. Osteomatrix is the calcium, the shake, the stress relief complex. You can see it here. The 40s to 50s age here talks about menopause balance complex, which is another product. Gentle sleep complex, again, herbal stuff to help you with those life challenges, and mood lift complex, which is a really great product, an alternative to an antidepressant or a mood adjusting medication. You can't, that's St. John's wort, but you can't take that if you are currently on an antidepressant. You don't want to take that. And the last box over here, the Omega Guard, is the fish oil. CoQ Heart is a product that's helpful to protect the heart muscle. CoQ10 is an enzyme that your body produces to protect the heart muscle, and it's reduced after age 35. That's why heart disease starts to set in after age 35. So your body naturally produces lower levels of CoQ Heart or of CoQ10 in your body after age 35. So it's helpful to supplement with that. If you are on a statin drug to lower cholesterol, that totally blocks all production of enzyme CoQ10. So if a doctor gives you a statin drug to lower your cholesterol and does not recommend that you go get some CoQ10 over the counter, they're kind of setting you up for a heart attack, and that kind of makes me mad. So I want to educate people again, just like the Coca-Cola has phosphoric acid in it that's trashing your bone density. Statin drugs are really trashing your heart muscle. So beware of that. Carotamax is another straight up carotenoid product if you need more help with antioxidants, and then fiber for obviously reasons. So we have a way, and Moira's going to talk about a way for you to find out what you do really need for yourself, and that's through a new assessment tool we have called Shaklee Health Print. Right,
yeah, so we love our Health Print. Lots of great information that Pam shared there with lots of different products, and sometimes that can be a little overwhelming, and we're really not sure what we need for our ourselves or yourself. So Shaklee developed this tool based on science and, from the help of our different scientists and medical professionals. And it's called, again, the Shaklee Health Print. It is just 20 questions. It'll take you less than 5 minutes to complete. And you answer the questions about your health and your state of wellness at this point. And when you're finished with the assessment, it'll give you a personalized health print, a personalized report that really shows you where your state of wellness is, and it'll make some recommendations. We always go over that with you, and but it'll give you some recommendations of lifestyle adjustments that you can make to improve your scores, because it'll give you a wellness score and a diet score, or lifestyle score, and then it'll give you some different recommendations of collections of products from Shaklee that would be specifically helpful for you to improve your health. And before we finish up, we're just going to mention here, if you, just the 3 different ways that people are involved in Shaklee. And we like to call it USB, or use, share, build. So we love when people choose to use Shaklee products, to join Shaklee as a member, to receive discounts on any of the products that they choose to order, any combination of products. You'll get that discount and experience that transformation to your health using those products.
And membership is not an annual fee. I always try to point that out. People want to register as a member. It allows you to get the discounts, like Moira said, 15 to 25% off on the products that you use every day. So we really want to extend that to you. It's a $19.95 fee that gets you a lifetime membership, and there are many ways to get free membership with the purchase of certain product packs. So talk to us about that if you're interested in joining Shaklee.
Yeah. And many people, thanks, Pam. Many people, as they start to use the products and they experience better health and just feeling better, they start to share, and they want to share with other people. I think it's just natural that we share things that we have found that are beneficial for us. And by sharing with just a few others, you're able to earn some cash and some other rewards that can help pay for those products that you are enjoying. So that's the share way to be involved. And then you can also think about building a team, like Pam and I are, and we have been for the last 17 years. It's just continuing to share with others and invite other people to do the same thing. This has provided a flexible work environment for the both of us. We get to work together and have a lot of fun, but really most importantly, we're able to reach out to others like you and help you with your health. And we're able to help our families financially with the income that we now enjoy. So just a little mention of that. We always want to mention that because sometimes we believe that the best product that Shaklee has is the opportunity that it affords you if you decide to join us in the business.
Yeah, I ask people, why do we choose to live our lives working at a place that we're trying to get a vacation from?
Right.
When we can really create a life that we never have to take a vacation from, and we can live like we're on vacation all the time. So there's some really significant financial rewards and trips and car payments. And one of our downlines has her car being paid for the next 9 years. And I just find that fascinating. What if you had your car payments covered for the next 9 years? Like, would that take a little stress away or what? So
right.
Before we go, I wanted to talk about
I have a couple of the specials.
And the shipping special. Okay.
Yeah. So I'll just pull this up. Or can you see that?
Not yet.
Okay.
Blue screen.
Okay. I think I have to. Hold on a second. I think I need to. Stop sharing the screen. Okay. So we'll be up here, and then I'm gonna make sure I find that women's health pack here, and I'm going to share our screen.
So this is a health pack that's available. It includes Vitalizer and a can of shakes. The Vitalizer is one of your choice, women's or gold, with or without vitamin K, or you can get men's if you want. But if you don't need iron, there is a men's formula, so don't be scared of that. If you need to have a men's formula, I know women who are under 50 who take the Vitalizer men. That's totally okay.
Right, because they don't, perhaps
a Vitalizer, a can of shake of your choice, at a 120 count bottle of Osteomatrix, that calcium product we love, and then a bottle of our favorite Stress Relief Complex is all included in there. You can put that on auto ship and get an additional 10% off, I believe, and you get $20 in free shipping when you buy this pack as well. If it's on your order, even with other things, you get free shipping. So.
Right. Yeah, free shipping up to $20. Now that is a time-sensitive order or special, so that goes just through the 18th here of May. But again, a great package that really addresses a lot of things that we talked about today, with good nutrition and good, the good supplementation there. So that's the women's health pack. And again, we're we're happy to help you get that ordered today if that's something that you're interested in, or any of the other products.
And if you're ordering, if you're a regular customer here in our Shackley family and you have an auto ship order in place each month, check the date there and make sure that you get it to ship by May 18th and include this product pack on there to save you your shipping. You just move your auto ship date and have it come a little bit sooner if your order is scheduled for later in the month. So that's a great way to take advantage of this package.
Yeah. So
shipping, just regular shipping, free shipping through May 18th on anything, $150 order. Is that right? Of any products?
That is right. Yes, that's right. And I'm sorry, I didn't pull up that particular flyer. Yes, it's 100. Yeah, any order that's $150 or more.
So if you need skincare, you want some cleaning products or some whatever, anything that you order $150 or more in the month or through May 18th gets you free shipping. Shackley does this a handful of times each year. We love to have free shipping because shipping is kind of a drag to pay for shipping. We don't like that. So we appreciate when Shackley gives us free shipping promotions. So I always want to drive that promotion because we want to get a lot of activity then. So Shackley really realizes that we do appreciate free shipping, and we do order when that is available. If we ignore those things, then they go away. So order so we can get free shipping.
Yeah. So we're going to finish up our health chat today, and we're just so glad that you joined us today to learn a little bit more about, again, about women and just living a healthy life and living a better life, and how we can address those, our health concerns throughout the ages. So again, thanks for joining us. If you do have any questions, we'll open it up for questions here, but we'll go ahead and stop the recording, if you will, Pam, and so that